Okay, welcome back to the kitchen, part 2 of the smoked fermented chili sauce that I made with Mark last month. Now, some of you may not have seen that video. I'll leave a link in the description to it, but I'll put a little segue in now.
In the previous video, Mark and I prepped, smoked, blitzed, bagged and fermented the chilies.
So that gives you a brief overview of how we made it. If you want to see the full video, the link's in the description. So Mark,
yes,
you're back with us.
Yes,
you took this away at the end of that video, and you've been something's clearly happened to this, because that is puffed up like a pillow.
It's blown up. Yeah, it's the lactobacillus bacteria inside has eaten all the sugars that were inside the peppers and the garlic.
Yeah,
and they've produced carbon dioxide. And this is the carbon dioxide here. It came to a stage where I thought I'm going to have to burp this myself.
Yeah.
But fortunately, haven't had to do that.
I just can't get over the fact that not only has it, I think it's almost stained the plastic.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
It really does.
And the smell. Yeah. So you can smell smoking through it.
Yeah. I can smell it from here.
And as we spoke off camera, the smell probably 2 weeks ago was even stronger than that.
Wow.
And you'd handle the bag and it would smell smoky on your hands. You can probably a little bit now, but it was quite a lot. So yeah, it's really good. So this was done on the 19th of October.
Yeah.
So we've got my fermentation log there.
So that's a month and 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It probably stopped fermenting probably 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit less than that.
Okay.
So yeah, it hasn't grown any since then. You can leave this as long as you want, really.
Okay. If we'd have made this bag slightly smaller,
yeah,
thinking, oh yeah, we've only got a small amount of chili sauce in here.
Yeah.
I think this would have needed to have been burped a lot sooner, because that,
I think so as well.
I mean, if you look at the quantity of chili sauce there and look at empty bag, you know, that's quite a lot of gas in there, isn't it? If you'd have made it with a smaller bag, then
that's
you would
the
have
reason
probably
we leave
needed
the long neck of it as well.
Yeah, so this is really your kind of reservoir, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the safety
fermenting,
valve, I suppose.
fermenting gas.
Yeah.
But if you did make that mistake and you had a smaller bag and you needed to burp it, how would we do that?
So we're going to nip the corner off here.
Okay.
Expel the air. I'm really excited to smell what
the
smell was going to be really good.
I'm going to be a little bit more cautious than I was
Yeah,
in
don't
the
put
last
your head.
video.
Fumes come off there, which are quite strong. Also, if you're touching it, it'll be a lot milder than the raw stuff.
Yeah.
But there will still be a quite strong smell to it. So we'll nip the corner off. We'll make sure that that's all clear. And we'll press a little bit of it out, and then we'll put it through that again.
Honours to you, I think.
Okay,
Go for it.
This is the exciting bit now.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Incredible. I didn't think.
Oh my God!
I didn't think it would smell like that. That is incredible.
That is amazing. Yeah, so you know it's CO2 because it's got that kind of burn to it. But
yeah, that is an incredible smell. I didn't think it would smell anything like that.
That is fantastic.
That's
amazing.
really good.
Amazing. Right.
If it tastes half as good as it smells, we're going to be all right.
So that's basically what we'd do. We'd flatten that down again, and then we'd literally pop that through. Should we see if it works? Just stick it on a cycle for sealing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just pop it in here. Right, so we'll try and find a clear spot. There we go. That might do it. We'd run that on a cycle, and then we'll see how it goes. What I'll do is I'll give it another cycle and then just cancel that so that that's really got...
And the good thing is, with it being sealed, and it's sealed really nicely there.
It has. It might need another one in the corner there.
Let's give it a little push to see if anything comes through. Yeah, I think you probably would need another little seal.
Okay.
But you've the only thing there's nothing gone into the bag now because you've expelled everything. So this is a really safe way of doing fermentation.
I like it. I think it's great.
And it's easy as well. It's an easy way of doing it.
And you know, you can fold that away, put that in the corner of the fridge. I think you mentioned even for a few moments this was in the door of the fridge.
Yeah, I just, when I was putting other things into the fermentation chamber I've got at home, moving things around, I just shoved it in the door. It's just really versatile.
That's
Put bags on, stack bags on top of each other as well.
And of course, you're not going to get any cross contamination. Mind you, having said that,
The smell
of the smoke is actually quite powerful.
I deliberately put one on top of it just to see if it could transfer anything.
Right.
I'll find out later when I do that one.
Okay, that's interesting. Right, so that's pretty good. The next thing we're going to do with this is ultimately we need to turn this into a sauce.
That's right,
Something that we can use on a daily basis on our soups and
So we've been
starters and
discussing
stuff.
various things. Most people doing this will do a vinegar type sauce with it. So you'll have a white wine vinegar, apple cider vinegar, anything like that. So we've decided on this one, which is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, this is my 5-year-old homemade failed cider project, really. But it's the most amazing apple cider vinegar.
The smell is incredible. We tasted some off camera. It was really, really nice.
Yeah, it's even got a little bit, if you look carefully, I think it's got a little bit of SCOBY in the bottom of it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we worked out how much you're going to put. So you're roughly going to put about 25% of the volume, 20-25% of the volume.
Okay.
You can put more if you want, but we want the flavours of this to be quite dominant.
Right.
Because if it's anything like the smell that's just come off it, it's going to be really good. So you don't want to overpower, and you don't want it to be too vinegary either.
No.
So we worked that out to be around about 112 millilitres
Of vinegar.
that will go in that.
Okay.
But first of all, we're going to puree it down using your bullet.
And we'll do that with the vinegar added to it?
No, we can do. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, as long as it gets mixed up.
So, I get snipped. So all this has been sterilised as well, which is cool. So we've done that ahead of time. We've used our sanitizer spray. So
Yeah, always important. Everything in food, isn't it? Keeping it nice and clean. Here it comes.
wow, amazing stuff, isn't it?
The smell from that is incredible.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. Definitely a good project.
I didn't think it would smell like that. I don't know why.
The fact that that's coming through the bag as strongly as it is, I mean, if you were worried about that smell contaminating other things in your fridge, you could always double bag that. But
Yeah.
it just shows you that hasn't been lost, has it?
No, not at all.
Smoke is always, it's one of those, I mean, we were talking off camera about our uniforms in the fire brigade. When we went to a fire, you'd always get that smell, wouldn't you? And it would always persist, and you'd need to send your kit away to get cleaned. You know, I mean, who knows what was deposited on our uniforms when we were doing firefighting, but yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? God, blimey. So do you want to use a funnel?
Yeah.
And we could shall I measure that vinegar off?
Yeah.
So how much of that vinegar do we need? About 112 mil.
112 mil. We can do that straight away.
Okay. So let's put the measuring jug here. Oh, look at that. It's on mils already.
Even better.
So we want about 112 mils there. That'll do, won't it?
112 exactly.
I didn't get where I am today. I think I got where I am today. Here we go. All good?
Yeah.
Super stuff. Right, so
Got some
you get a bit of paper tissue over that. Right, see what you're doing there.
It would be such a shame to waste any of that
It
mash.
would, it absolutely would.
let's see if that comes out. I'm going to clean my hands after this.
Yeah, sure. Oh, wow.
And it has stained the back.
It literally has stained that bag, hasn't it? Wow, look at that.
And I'm going to
Wash your hands.
I'm going to try a little bit actually.
Oh yeah? Brave man.
Oh wow. That's good. That is so good.
That smoky flavour has not gone, has it?
No. Wash my hands.
Oh yeah, with cut.
Yeah, not going to waste any of that. The flavour is so good.
Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable.
That's the last knockings of that.
I just wish you could smell this.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Right, leave that. I'll lick the bag out later. No one's watching.
Fold it up a little
fold
bit
it up.
and I'll put it out the way.
Yeah, sure. Good stuff. Great. So, I'm guessing the next thing here.
We'll give it a whiz up.
Yeah, okay.
Everything's sanitised as well, cleaned and sanitised.
Yeah. Right, this runs a cycle. It takes a little while, so we'll do this. See what I mean? So it goes
good,
for
isn't
quite
it?
a while.
Yeah. So obviously the choice of vinegar is your own choice. So you give so many different types of vinegar, or apple juice as well. You could use apple juice, and also we spoke before about you could use pineapple chunks. Any fruit could go into this as well.
Yeah, and that's really just to sort of mild it down a little bit,
Yeah.
and also to sort of
Adds
bulk
extra.
it out a bit as well.
Yeah, and adds extra flavour to it. But with this, I don't think we're even going to try
Grab a
that.
teaspoon out. Here we go. Just in there. That's it. Let's see how you get on with that.
Okay.
I might grab one for myself actually, Mark. So there we are.
So it's quite a chunky sauce. The smell is just incredible.
Wow, it's tangy, isn't it? With that vinegar in it.
That is a stunning sauce.
That's lovely. And that smoke is right up there, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
really front and centre.
Yeah,
It's really front and centre.
it's really, really good.
God, that is quite powerful.
Now, if you wanted to make a smoother sauce, you could put it through a sieve or through a food mill.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to need to bother with that. We're going to use this in a big bottle.
Should we run it through this? Should we do another cycle in this? Let it go for a while, and we'll just. That is warm, isn't it?
That is, and it's not over hot,
No.
but it has a real depth of flavour to it. That's one of the nicest sauces I've ever made.
So-
That is incredible.
We'll run that. We'll run that through another cycle on this.
Yep.
And then the next step is heat treating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. So because we're going to store it, we want to make sure that the lactobacillus is dead completely.
So it's stable.
Yeah, so kill it off completely.
Last
we don't
thing
want
we
any
want.
unfortunate incidents with bottling it up and then opening it up and it comes out and hits in the face. You don't want to be hit in the face with hot chili sauce.
No. Actually, what a weapon! Weapon of choice. Right, Mark. We've now blitzed this for a little bit longer, and I'll tell you what, I'm really surprised. The heat of this, and I'm not talking in a chilli sense, the actual temperature of this has risen quite considerably
Yeah.
after being in the blitzer for a bit.
And also when we took the lid off, the blade off camera, it expanded and splurted out everywhere as well.
It did, so that's obviously a factor. It's getting warm in there, so that's cool. Now, we want to check the pH.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I just want you to run through. We touched on it very lightly about making sauces. You can add pineapple to it, but there are other things you can add to it if you haven't got the right sort of texture.
Yeah, if it's obviously personal taste. If you want to have something, this is like a really nice thick sauce, that's great. But if you've added too much vinegar or too much of other liquid and it gets a bit runny, and you want to thicken up a little bit of xanthan gum.
Okay.
Xanthan gum, probably, I don't know, depending on how much sauce. Add it little bits at a time, no more than 1/4 teaspoon, and that will thicken the sauce up really well.
Okay. So you don't want to turn it into a gel, but that amount, 1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah, just adds a little bit of texture to it, so it's not just some runny sauce. But some people like runny sauces, again, personally.
They sort of make it more ketchup-y, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool.
And it's something we don't need to do that with this one because it's of that texture as it is, which is fantastic. It's very like a thick ketchup, that, isn't it?
It is. It's very nice. So this has been, we ran this for about another minute, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And so you can see it's got a slight amount of texture to it, not a great deal, but again, if you wanted this ultra smooth, you could pass
it through either a sieve with the back of a spoon, or you could put it through a food mill. And the good thing if you use a food mill is that the sort of dry residue that you got left, you can put that into a dehumidifier and turn it into a powder, mill it down to a powder, and then you can add that to all sorts of different things.
So you got your own fermented smoked chili powder then?
Exactly that, yeah.
Perfect. That's if you wanted a smooth sauce, but this we're going to keep as is.
Yep.
So you mentioned pineapple. You can use other things like mango, I think you mentioned.
Yeah, there was a sauce that we were discussing last time. It was a little bit too harsh for me, so I added 2 of these size of pineapple in one and 2 of these size of mango in another one, and it just was really good.
And that's just the meat, not the juice.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
No syrup in that at all.
And you can, if you've got a sauce that is too hot, you can let it down with things like apple juice as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, and also if it's too hot, you're diluting it with stuff like this as well.
Yeah, cool. Great. Okay, so
pH time.
pH time. Let's so
the pH of the vinegar.
Yes, we've measured that already. That was 2.9.
2.9 it was.
So that's very acidic.
Yeah. So we're talking shelf stability, anything under 4.6.
Yeah.
So 2.9, obviously well under.
Yeah.
So
we'll test this in a second, but this has
in
got
the
the
bag?
vinegar in it.
Yeah.
So shall we test
see what
this
the raw
without?
sauce was?
So I can use my pH meter for that. Let's just turn it on. So, okay, so let's just open that bag if we can, Mark, and I'll just get this in. I'll just make sure we've got it on screen so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So let it stabilise for a minute.
There's a big bit here.
Yeah, I've got that. There we are, that's better. So that's coming out at 3.64. So 3.6, that's 3.65.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty acidic. That's under our 4.5 or whatever.
4.6, yeah, which is shelf stability.
So that's pretty good to go.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's the raw sauce without the
vinegar.
Without the vinegar. Should we just dip this in to the one with the vinegar? I'll give it a rinse first. Okay, so let's do...
That smoke smell is just filling the air. It's just such a lovely smell.
It is amazing, isn't it? So, this is slightly lower, which it would be, obviously.
Because you've got the vinegar with it.
Because we've got the vinegar with it. So this is 3.56.
That's really good then, isn't it?
Yeah, 3.55, 3.56. And believe it or not, that's 19 degrees, that sauce. Wow, okay. So we know that this is going to be shelf stable. We've got our readings there. We're happy with that.
So just to be super safe, we're going to cook it off now.
Okay, so that's our next stage. We're going to make sure that this is completely shelf stable, and we'll empty that into a saucepan, and we'll raise the temperature up to, well, plus 70 really, isn't it?
Yeah, and we'll just keep it ticking over for about no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there.
Good.
Bring this up to temperature, but we don't want to boil it. See, it's starting to boil a little bit there. We don't want it hotter than that. But as we're doing that, it's releasing the aromatic smell of the smoke, It smells like bonfire night in the kitchen. It's just such a wonderful smell. Darling.
I think I've recorded
Give me
that.
a kiss at the end.
Come on, love. Come on, darling. In you
back
come.
in.
Back into shot.
So this has been warming to kill off the lactobacillus for about 10 minutes. It's a really thick consistency now. Really nice. The smells are incredible. So what
Absolutely.
I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in there without scalding your hands.
Oh, that should be fine. And this is just our old vinegar bottle.
Yeah, there's a red wine vinegar in that, wasn't there? It was just a sterilised bottle.
We'll let
Watching that go through. I always make the mistake when I'm bottling. If I put too much in, then you lose it on the top. But I think I might have got it right that time.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Yeah, I've got it right. Triumph. What have I?
You couldn't have measured that any better, mate.
And obviously, because it's hot now, it will.
Oh, that is very warm, yeah.
Yeah. So if you fill it to the top, because it will contract a little bit when it cools down.
Okay.
So that the space you've got at the top will become greater.
It looks spectacular in the glass, doesn't it?
It does.
You put the lid on that.
And if you turn it upside down, it will sterilise the lid as well.
Okay.
So we're going to put some into these pre-sterilised.
Just
as well.
leave that slightly open like that, just a fraction. There we go. Wow. Oh yeah, great hand warmer that. Okay.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is absolutely stunning.
So shall we? Will you just hold the edge of
Yeah,
that?
I will.
I don't want to dribble too much of it and spoil it.
No,
I think we probably get one of those containers out of
I
this.
think so. So I'm thinking, because this is such a shelf-stable product, you wouldn't even need to freeze this, would you?
No, because we've got it down to what was the pH that we said?
It was
3 point
about
something.
3.2, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's really, we're looking at anything below 4.6.
Yeah. Okay. So that's way within the range, isn't
Yeah,
it?
definitely.
I'm reluctant to waste any of
When
this.
you've got chef's bonus at the end, you can.
I'm not licking the spoon. I know what happened last time. Tell you what, let me swap places a bit.
Yeah.
Hold that for us. I will. This is. Being slightly OCD. I want to get at this spatula before you start licking it.
And off camera as well, I've been going back to there and then trying it.
He has.
And the taste is just. I'm definitely going to start doing this. This calibration has been really good.
Yeah.
Because you obviously do all the smoking, I do the fermentation stuff, and the combination of the two
I know.
is
It's
this is
been
a triumph, isn't it?
proper try.
It's really good.
Proper win double, this one. Right, I don't think I'm going to get any more of that, but there we go.
So out of that, we've probably got 3/4 of a litre.
Yeah, complete harvest.
You could have got more by adding more vinegar if you wanted to, but I think with the consistency that we've got there, I think it's right.
Or if you
just
didn't want
works.
it as hot,
Yeah.
then you could obviously
more.
dilute that down.
Now
You could
this isn't over hot either. I think the chilies he put in, there was a couple of bird's eye chilies went in with it, and the other chili, which I unfortunately didn't know the name of, I thought they would be a mild chili, but they were quite warm, but they weren't as warm as bird's eye chili.
No, they weren't.
And they were, if you see from the first video, that you got a bit of a shock when you put your nose up close to it, and they were hot. But the fermentation makes it, it takes the heat out of it quite a bit as well. It makes it a lot more mild.
That's absolutely spot on. And that I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. You expect that capsicum to be consistent throughout the whole life of the chili, don't you?
Yeah.
But it did. You're absolutely right. It was very mild. Well, milder, let's say.
There's still a heat to it.
Yeah.
So the flavour profile is quite interesting, because when you try it, first of all, you get the smoke straight away.
Yeah.
You've got the acidity of the vinegar coming through, and then you've got the heat of the chili that comes through. and it's complemented by the acidity of your apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Which is one of the best mistakes you've ever made, isn't it?
I love making mistakes. You tell me what food preservation process isn't a happy mistake?
Yeah.
I'm sure fermentation's pretty much the same, isn't
Exactly
it?
that.
That's exactly how these things evolve.
And after you get the hit of the acidity, you get the chili, and it's warming. It's not overpowering.
No, that's
and
right.
it's also it's not as hot as it was before as well. So it takes the heat out of it. The fermentation takes a little bit of the heat out of it.
Well, if you go back to that original video, we both tasted that chili before we smoked it, and it was actually quite warm.
They were very hot. Not very hot. They weren't as hot as it wasn't as hot as a bird's eye. Bird's eye aren't super hot anyway.
Yeah.
But it wasn't as hot as that. But it's now that the heat has dissipated quite a lot in this sauce, and that looks lovely, doesn't it?
It does. Looks beautiful.
It's something you buy in a deli, isn't it? It's so good.
Well, there you go. I don't know what else there is to say about this other than that if any of you fancy making yourself some smoked fermented chili, we have got the most amazing recipe here. I'll put all the details of the recipe in description. Huge thanks to Mark for coming over
Absolute
today
pleasure.
to do the second part of this ferment.
I've been fermenting.
How are we going to split this up? Do you want-
I'm just going to take all of it. It's that good. It is that good. I'll take that one, I think.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Listen, that's great. If you enjoyed the video and you want to know a little bit more, or you've got any questions about the fermenting process that we followed, then please do drop us some comments. Don't forget, if you like the video, give us a big thumbs up. And if you've got something for it and you want to see more content like this, give us a subscribe. And, well, hey, happy smoking, happy fermenting, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.